You know, people were saying Tyson Fury's only had a couple of fights. He hasn't had enough fights. He's not ready. He was in the best physical condition I've ever seen him in. He was in the best mental condition he probably has ever been in. How many guys come back from that knockout in the last round? I mean, dude, his eyes rolled in his head. He came up, he like literally popped up like the fucking Undertaker.
Louis, have you ever seen a guy get up after being knocked out that hard?
Once. And I got to think about what fight it was, but it was a similar situation. It was like popping up like the Undertaker. I mean, that was really like almost like a WWE moment. Yeah. It actually was. Actually, I just got reminded of the fight I've seen it in. It was Holmes and Shavers.
All right. Do you feel like Lou, do you feel like Deontay has to go over there, given the first fight was here? A lot of people thought that Fury won the fight, and the judging, you know.
No one's going to foreclose anybody. No one's going to decide anything right now. I think, Kevin, it's going to have to do with probably where these two men can make the most money.
And lastly, just, you know, what does this do, in your opinion, for the division? Like, you look at
this energized the division hugely. I mean, the top of this division is super high quality for the first time in a long, long time. There's an American heavyweight champion that people can be proud of. There's two guys over in Great Britain that are great champions. I personally, I'm not denigrating anybody, but I think both guys tonight could easily, not easily, but both guys tonight very possibly would beat the third guy. I think that it was a great night for the heavyweight division. You know, the old saying, so goes the heavyweight division, so goes boxing. Tonight was a great night for boxing. The heavyweights are back on the picture, and we have a great American heavyweight champion. Fury came over here, and man, a 6'9" guy that can box like that, come on, that's unbelievable. I mean, that guy is a master boxer. And the knockdown that he popped up from in the 12th round, very few men in the history of boxing can pop up in the heavyweight division being knocked down that hard. I mean, I was running toward the ring. Shelley Finkel was on the stairs. I mean, Tyson's eyes rolled in his head. But he literally popped up like the Undertaker, and I was sitting there going, oh my God, holy shit. You know, I was shocked.
Hey,
but, yeah.
Tyson, Cameron Gifford, LA News Observer. Tyson was in here moments ago, and he seemed to take this as a moral victory. How are you guys taking this on Wilder's side?
You know, when two guys go out there and they lay it all out there and they put it all on the line, and they both leave healthy, and the fans are happy, what's there to be upset about, man? Like, you know, really, like, could you have had it a round or two for Fury? Do I understand why particularly the travelers that came here and the gypsies that support Tyson are upset? Do I understand? Sure. Do I understand why there are people on Deontay's side that sat there and said we knocked him down twice, we should have won? Okay. You know what? It doesn't matter. It was a great fight. The decision was fair, even though it might have been controversial in a sense. There are people that thought it could have gone either way. Boxing won. The fans won. The future of boxing is brighter because the heavyweight division right now is so vibrant.
Blue right here. You said that the rematch will be where they can make the most money. Why is it like there's a reluctance to put it in Vegas where everything else is?
I mean, look, I gotta be honest right now. I think Tyson's going back to his family to celebrate Christmas. Deontay's going back to his family, he's going to celebrate Christmas. We'll talk about everything else after the new year. The year ended really well for professional boxing. Tonight, it was really a great way to usher out 2018. Two of the best heavyweights in the world, maybe, in my opinion, frankly, they are the two best heavyweights in the world, put on a show tonight. And they both did their thing. Tyson boxed his ass off. Very few heavyweights in the history of boxing can box like that. Deontay Wilder, maybe not having his greatest night ever, still put the guy down twice and almost had him out. Very few guys would have gotten up from that second knockdown. You know, honestly, the judging, there was nothing to complain about, really. I mean, like, the decision was fair. It was a good night across the board. And it was great to see Tyson be the sport he was up here and the sport he was in the ring. And similarly, Deontay Wilder. When those guys embraced in that ring, that was true respect, and it was deserved.
My question for me, regardless of what happens in early 2019, they fight wherever. Do you think y'all can finally get Joshua here to America?
I don't give a shit about Joshua right now.
Lou, do you think that this was maybe the best possible scenario? If Deontay had knocked out Tyson Fury in a couple rounds, people wouldn't have given him any credit. If Fury had outboxed Wilder to a boring decision, they would have said Wilder, you know, wasn't what people were making out to be. Do you think that this played out favorably for both guys?
A great fight always plays out favorably. Ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder.